Flames kick. Union One Arena in Chicago. How's it going, everyone? I'm Joe Brand, and this is the Flames Tipoff Show, sponsored by Impact Networking. Now, the Flames come into this game at 3-2, winning their first 3 games of the season, now trying to end a 2-game skid. However, Oakland comes to town with an 0-7 record, and although those numbers are jarring, you take a look at their schedule, they played teams like Xavier, Michigan, Michigan State, Purdue, and Oklahoma State. So obviously a tall task that these Oakland Grizzlies have had in the past. Now, even with all that being said, get this, the Oakland Golden Grizzlies have never lost on this floor. They're 9-0 against the UIC Flames. So they've got that going for them. But for UIC, not only are they looking to stay above 500 this year, but for the guys that were on this team last season, they want redemption from last year. If you remember the final game of the regular season last year, Jamie Ahale knocked down a three-pointer that would have beaten Oakland in the final game. It would have given UIC a bye in the Horizon League tournament, but the officials called it off, saying he didn't get it off in time, despite cameras showing that he did probably beat the buzzer. The Flames are definitely looking at redemption from that game. Should be an exciting matchup. It's 1 of 2 against these Oakland Golden Grizzlies, a short series that they'll wrap up tomorrow afternoon. But for tonight, expecting some fun college basketball here on the west side of the Windy City. When we come back on the Flames Tip-Off Show, we'll hear from UIC's head coach Luke Yaklich about the opponent for tonight and a few other things about his first win as a head college basketball coach. Stay with us. It's all here on the Flames Tip-Off Show, sponsored by Impact Networking.
Hi, and welcome back to the Flames Tip-Off Show, sponsored by Impact Networking. I'm Joe Brand. He is head coach Luke Yaklich of the UIC Flames, and this is Coach's Connection, where we get a chance to sit down and get an in-depth look of the UIC Flames. So, Coach, the last time we were talking about some of the things that your team has gained from some close victories. Coming off a couple of close losses, how can your team still benefit from playing the calibers of teams like Ball State and Loyola?
Yeah, I mean, it's the Ball State game is one that we, when you look back at the film, and we gave away a lot of points that we had covered in scouting and both on offense and defense. And I think the level of focus for our players has increased because of those losses. And the same things, Joe, that we talked about after wins, we talked about after losses. So I think the main thing for me as a coach is that I've really impressed upon them that the standard is the standard. So after the Northern game, the Central Michigan game, the Valpo game, we're still getting after it about some of these mistakes that need to be corrected. And then the same mistakes that were made in some of those games that guys kind of mentally kind of said, it's okay, coach, come on, relax. We won the game. Those came back again at Ball State, and it cost us, especially in a one-possession game. And Loyola, we had it close in the second half. We had 23-22 in the first half, and each time that we made a run, they responded like a senior-laden team. And I think that was another level of understanding that we got from Loyola, is that their level of communication on the floor was better than ours.
Well, in that Loyola game specifically, I remember you towards the end of the second half, despite your team trailing, you mentioned standards, you kept saying, finish strong, finish strong. And I'm guessing that goes beyond the score, too. It's just a matter of finishing strong. By your standards, do you think the team finished strong?
Yeah, we battled. We just, we had just a mental lapse there when we got I think it's a good culture thing. We let the air out of our sails, so to speak, when Braylon missed he had a left-handed layup around the basket, and it just dumb luck goes in and out. And that would have cut the lead from 6-4. And we went down then and gave up a 3. So now it's 9. Then we ended up making a mental error on our end, and then it turns into 12 when they make another 3. And it's just that fast that it goes from a 2-possession game to 12. And I don't think we responded really well in that moment. And then we kind of got ourselves together a little bit, made another push at them, but it was, again, too much to overcome. But I do think that there's the competitive spirit was good. The level of concentration and focus against a really good team in a competitive environment has to be better. And that's where, we've made some strides, and we have a long way to go. But I've liked our approach after that game.
Is there anything you've learned about this team that you didn't anticipate heading into the season, or learned about yourself as a coach?
Oh my gosh, there's so much, Joe. That from the team perspective is that we have really good kids, and we've got to constantly put them in position during practice to execute. I know I need to put them more in 5-on-5 game situations. We did a fair amount of them, but we need to do more. In particular, just you realize that guys like Tavion Kirk and Zion, um, they have not played in a game, in that, in a while. Okay, over a year since they really had the that intensity of the moment. Like this needs to get done right now. And so I think that's a key piece takeaway that, if I had to go back and just say we're gonna do 15 or 20 minutes of just situational stuff, um, more than what we did early on. And about myself, it's the just having a pace in a game and understanding how to take in all of the information that you're getting as a head coach, and be able to kind of parse that out. I think our staff's done a good job of kind of growing in that area and being able to help me, and I help them at the same time, in the game. So it's there's always you got to kind of cut your teeth, so to speak, and get a feel for what you need and what you how to best coach your team. And I think each guy learning what each player needs, not only in practice, but then that's a different level in a game. I think that's the key thing that every coach learns about their team is how to get their players to best respond. And a lot of times that's on an individual basis as opposed to just saying something very general as a team. So that's it's been good. It's been a great learning experience, and I'm excited to get our conference play started.
All right, well, Coach, thank you so much for the time. Best of luck tonight against Oakland.
Appreciate it. It's great. Glad to be a part of this, Joe. It's awesome.
No wins for Oakland just yet this season, but they are gaining.
If you're looking to lower your mortgage payment or buy a home, Credit Union One is offering historically low rates on refinance and new home purchases. Right now, you can get pre-approved in 1 day on a fixed-rate mortgage. Rates have never been this low, so now is the time. Don't wait. Conventional and jumbo rates are available. Call or apply online today and be sure to ask about our $400 credit on closing costs. Credit Union One. Better banking for all of us.
No wins for Oakland just yet this season, but they are gaining some strides with some of their younger talent and also have played some very talented opponents. We mentioned a few of those teams before. So despite Oakland looking for their first win, a lot of things for UIC to hone in on in tonight's matchup. With that, we get to our breakdown, our scouting report with Will Beasley, one of the assistant coaches here at UIC.
Oakland, it'll be a good test for us. Their team offensively, their defense is going to lead to their offense. Okay, they're going to try to get out in pass lanes, get in transition, create steals, get in transition. So we're going to have to control them in transition. They want to play fast. They want to take, obviously make a bunch of threes. So we're going to have to guard the three-point line. With them, they've got two perimeter players, two guards right now that are scoring the ball at a high level. They're a team that they're finally getting back healthy. They're getting, they were quarantined for a while, and you could see that they're starting to play a lot better now. Again, they didn't have much practice time, all that. So they're a team that they're starting to gel. They're starting to get it. Things are starting to click for those guys. So it's perfect timing for us. They're playing at a really high level right now, so it'll be a good test. For us, like I said to begin, with their offense starts with their defense. For us, our defense is going to start with our offense. We're going to have to take good shots. We're going to have to take care of the basketball. Every trip down the floor, we need to get a good shot, take our time, don't get sped up by their zone. They play a zone. It'll be one of the first times this year we've consistently seen a team play all zone. So it's something that they've done all year so far. Take good shots, take care of the basketball, and then we're gonna have to sprint back, get those guards under control, find shooters, do the little things to just eliminate the easy points for those guys. Transition, offensive rebounds, not putting them on the free throw line. You know, they've got a guard that's averaging about 8 free throw attempts a game right now. Just doing little things and eliminate losing for us.
UI Health takes pride in serving Chicago. We're in your neighborhoods, providing care closer to home because we're committed to keeping our communities healthy. And that commitment starts with a healthier you. It's more than a prescription or a procedure. It's a healthcare team taking the time to listen. As partners in your health, understanding your needs is the first step in providing the personalized care you deserve. UI Health, changing medicine for good.
Today, the UIC Flames kick off their Horizon League schedule, hosting the Golden Grizzlies. And the Flames have played just as many, if not more, games than most teams in the Horizon League. Keep in mind, there's 2 extra teams in the standings nowadays. But let's take a look at those standings. The Flames find themselves in the middle of the pack right now with a 3-2 record. But a few of the teams that they are behind, some of the big dogs in Wright State, Milwaukee, and Northern Kentucky. Obviously, Oakland down there at 0-7. But keep in mind, nobody has played more games than the Oakland Golden Grizzlies, so you can even make the argument that they're more prepared than anybody moving forward. Speaking of moving forward, let's look to tomorrow's game and the upcoming schedule for UIC. Again, they host Oakland again tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. That'll wrap up this short 2-game series here in Chicago. Next week, the Flames will head to Milwaukee, and then after that, come back home to welcome in Detroit Mercy, and then get a look at the new guys of Purdue Fort Wayne as they join the Horizon League. Speaking of Purdue Fort Wayne, we get to our other games going on in the Horizon League today. A lot of finals as Wright State took care of business taking down Detroit Mercy. Milwaukee able to get past Green Bay by 3 points, and Northern Kentucky capitalizing on a win against Youngstown State. Also, like we said before, Purdue Fort Wayne hosting Cleveland State later today. We've got some other stuff to get to here on the Flames Tip-Off Show, sponsored by Impact Networking, including some highlights from the last game against Loyola, and also the women's team coming up with a big overtime win against Detroit earlier today here at the Credit Union 1 Arena. Don't go anywhere. It's the Flames Tip-Off Show, sponsored by Impact Networking.
Down the lane. Howard for 3. Switch! Rob Howard knocks down the 3, and it's 11-8 Ramblers. Down the lane. Howard for 3. Switch! Rob Howard knocks down the 3, and it's 11-8 Ramblers. Inside is Diggins, and the shot is good for Michael Diggins.
I like Michael Diggins coming to the ball on the low block.
It's possible. You can understand why that is, Chris. I mean, because of so many back-to-back that you play. Diggins for Williamson penetrates down the lane, blocked at the rim by Diggins. Here comes UIC on the push. Diggins, Griffin 3, swish! Griffin knocks down the 3 on the right side. As a pass inside, and the shot's blocked out front. Here come the Flames in the lane. Now to Diggins for UIC. Diggins puts up a shot. Bouncing around the rim and scores. Michael Diggins with the basket.
Nice touch by Michael Diggins.
Now there's Diggins with 14 to shoot. Diggins inside to Bridges. Bridges double team. Shoots over the double team and scores. Braylon Bridges with the basket. Kirk to Griffin at the top for UIC. Griffin in the free throw circle, jumper good. So Griffin with the basket for UIC.
Swung it over to Smith for 3. Another three-pointer for Smith. Stank with 5 to shoot. Here's Neji. Saw a bit of an open lane and couldn't get it out. Stolen by Webb as she races down the floor against Coles. Webb gets fouled and the bucket. Team, but then squeaks through it, can't finish it. Flames have a chance to add to their lead, and Skank will do that with 4 more points in favor of the Flames. Here she's got 14. Right, blocked down low. Neji with 2 palms on it. Young, a wide open Smith for three, and good. 19 points for Deja Smith. Take a look at Detroit Mercy's roster. There's a lot of players from Michigan. She loves that Midwest, blue-collar, homegrown talent. Bridget Fox has 3 fouls today, too. McCormick finishing off a great play. 5-point lead for Detroit Mercy. Down by 4. Smith with the steal. And the Flames with another chance. Young for 3. It's good. Christian Young brings UIC back within a point. Has 4 fouls as the Flames cough up a turnover. And an open lane for Kayla Webb, another 2 points. Skank lobs it in. 7 on the shot clock. Skank double teamed. Out to Jackson. Young for 3. Young good. UIC comes away victorious. Their first conference win of the